Hello, old friends and new friends and anyone else that's tuning in. There's some things that I want to share with you that have been unfolding underneath the surface. I have my latest program that's launching, and I'm combining forces with someone else. Her name's Jeanette Marie, and we're combining forces to offer an ACH training for you, bringing both of our perspectives to it. And ACH is Advanced Conversational Hypnosis, and it is what I do when I'm working with clients to get all of these like 1 session, 2 session, very powerful breakthroughs that you may have seen some of the testimonials that I've posted. Those are from people that didn't know me. There's one that I've posted from someone that did know me, that is a friend, but everyone else, they didn't know me before they found me, and they're leaving these testimonials because they want other people to get the same results that they got. And the modality that I use is called Advanced Conversational Hypnosis. And I am putting on a training. Again, I've got a special guest facilitator who will be joining me, and we're going to be bringing both of our 2 decades each. So 4 decades between the two of us of experience to this training to teach you how to get results, 1 session, powerful, permanent results with your clients. So who is this for? Well, this is for any kind of healing modality, really. Primarily, this is for hypnotherapists, RTT therapists, coaches, NLP practitioners. But this would also be beneficial for people that offer EFT and theta healing. I'm trying to think of all the different healing modalities. Anything that involves the mind, an understanding of the mind. So I want to clarify that this is not a certification course. If you don't already have a certification in coaching or in hypnosis, this is not going to satisfy any kind of criteria that your state or your country might have in order to call yourself a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist or a coach. And so that's something that you would have to look into and see what you need in order to practice and get insurance so that you can practice and be insured as you should. So, however, I can see this because this is working with the subconscious mind, and it is conversational hypnosis. It's not like regular hypnosis where I'd be getting you really relaxed and have you close your eyes, and you're going into more of a passive state, disconnected state in your own world. We're working together on this, and it's conversational. And your eyes might close at some point, yet at the heart of it, it's starting off like a conversation, and then it organically takes you into these deeper recesses of your mind so that you can access the subconscious, aka unconscious mind. And so if you have any kind of training or understanding of how the mind works already, if you have a energy work, any kind of spiritual practitioner, like I have a life coaching or spiritual coaching licensure in consciousness studies through Centers for Spiritual Living, Science of Mind, Religious Science, not Scientology, just want to clear that. But I am kind of familiar with some of the work that Scientologists do, and they do work with the subconscious mind on beliefs. And so if you're a Scientologist, you could use this. If you're a Christian Scientist, you can use this and overlay it on top of what you're already doing so that you get better, quicker, permanent results. And why you might want to do this, you're like, but I already have this training. Why would I need something else? If you're doing well, if you're making good money, if you're getting great results with your clients, and you never have any kind of self-doubt at all, then keep on doing what you're doing. But if you do have self-doubt, like I used to do before I upgraded my practice to this modality, then I want to suggest that you check it out. I'm going to have more information coming out soon. And the training is June 23rd through the 25th. So it's 3 days. And we're going to have 2 days where we're doing a deep dive on this. There's not all of the things that come with a regular training where there's reading assignments. You're learning a lot of theory. We're not getting into the theory. We're getting straight into the therapy itself. We're going to start with therapy. We're going to do demonstrations. Right away, you're going to start learning. Right away, you're going to see how this unfolds without having to learn a bunch of theory. Like there's some trainings where people are just reading out of books together. I was in a training like that, and I was like, can I get my money back? This is not a good facilitation style. So this is immersive. You're in it. And what makes this different from other ways of doing hypnosis is, first of all, it's easier. You can be lazy and get really good results with this. There's no pre-work for you or for the clients. And as well, there's no post-work for you or the clients. How many times did you maybe make a recording for your clients and they didn't listen to it, or they said that they did, but you got a feeling that they didn't? And first of all, you have to put in the effort to make that recording specifically for them. Second of all, if they're not listening to it as much as you tell them to, or if they're not journaling, if they're not doing the homework that you tell them to do, then that starts to erode at their own self-belief that this is going to work for them because they're not doing it the way that they're supposed to do. That when we lived in a fast-paced world with all kinds of things to do on our to-do lists, and if we're giving a client one more thing or two more things or three more things, some systems, you're devoting 10 hours a week to watching videos and journaling and meditating and this and that. And so there's none of the post work for your clients. If there is something that they are to do after the session, it's something that is unique to them, because they've found their own resources. It's not something you're telling them that they need to do. They are deciding for themselves through this process of connecting with their unconscious mind that this is what I need. And that's what they follow through on. And even after the session, if they don't follow through, just because they received that resource in the session, maybe that changes afterwards, because the real work happens after the session. The real breakthroughs, deer, I don't know if you can see the deer back there. The real breakthroughs are happening after the session. That's where the things are coming in, the downloads, the aha moments, the breakthroughs after the session. Yes, they'll happen in the session, but it's after the session, when you're in the world, that those things are really happening. So that's way less work for you as a therapist, and it makes it more effective for the client because they're not setting themselves up for failure. They're not doing a bunch of busy work just for the sake of busy work. And if they don't need it, why have them do it? And so in ACH, they're only doing what it is that they themselves are telling themselves to do, their own resource. Also, we don't have any inductions. There's no getting them into a relaxed state and doing deepeners. It is, let's start with a conversation and see where it goes. And then we're looking for those unconscious moments so that we can take them deeper. But it's coming up organically. We're not trying to make it happen. We don't have a guided meditation. We're not having them look up and go downstairs and go through a meadow. We're not spending 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes getting them into hypnosis and then spending just a little bit of time at the end doing the therapy. We're doing the therapy and then hypnosis can come in and it can get sprinkled in as we're doing the therapy. And that's what we really want. We want the therapy. And so it makes everything a lot easier. You don't have to memorize scripts. You don't have to memorize techniques. You don't have to know how to do what technique and when. It's all being with your client and what's coming up for them. Throw out those scripts, throw out the language patterns, throw out the prep work, the post work, the recordings, throw out all of the techniques that you've learned over the years that haven't quite done the trick. And so you get more training and get more certifications and get more licenses because it doesn't quite do the trick. ACH is the thing that does everything because it is a non-technique. You're actually letting the techniques go. And then if you do have some techniques up your sleeve, you can bring them in if the moment calls for it, if the client and what they're going through calls for it, and your intuition's like, there's this thing I know from this other technique, and I think this would fit in really good here. But it's after you've done the therapy, after you've uncovered these things. You're not starting off at the front and saying, hey, I have this technique, I'm going to walk you through it. That's limiting them, and it's limiting their subconscious minds by saying, here's the parameter, and this is what we're doing, and here's the guidelines. No, we're starting off with everything out in the open, and then you might get an intuitive hit that says, ooh, let's do a little bit of release work. Oh, let's do a little bit of future pacing right now. But it's because the client has cued you into it rather than you having like a system or a process or technique that then the client has to adjust to fit into. And I hope that makes sense. This is totally up-leveled my game. Like I said, I've been in this world for a couple decades now. My background is in psychology, and I was looking at getting my master's degree, and there were just, I won't go into it in this video because I've covered it before, but there were just a lot of reasons why I didn't want to go that path. Instead, I went a 4-year licensure program as a spiritual practitioner / life coach. And that's where I started working with the subconscious or unconscious mind to help people find limiting belief patterns that were holding them back, creating blocks, creating mental illness, creating all kinds of different problems. And I got into energy work, body work, somatics, yoga. I was a 500-hour yoga teacher training. And I just kept learning and incorporating new things into my repertoire, my toolbox. hypnosis, NLP, release work, the rapid transformational therapy. And ultimately, I got to this point now where I am doing and teaching advanced conversational hypnosis. And it takes the best of all of those things and brings it in to this one complete technique. I also add parts work. That's a part of it as well. But we're not using the framework of parts work. If it comes up organically, then we can take any kind of knowledge that we have about parts work, internal family systems, and incorporate that. But we're not letting it hijack our session by saying, oh, now we're doing parts work and everything has to be this or this or this. And now we're limiting the session again. Okay, I think that's good. I'm trying to think, like, what else can I compare it to? What else can I bring in? It's the best of everything without being anything at all. That sounds like a riddle about like water or air or something, but that's advanced conversational hypnosis. That training is $997, so that's $997 for training. And not only are you trained that weekend, but there are ongoing trainings from there. So there's ongoing master classes, ongoing live Zoom sessions where you can come and get your questions answered. I'm also teaching you business. So I've seen people posting recently about how good coaches aren't really making any money now. And so I've actually had my most profitable year yet, and that does not include teaching. That is with my one-on-one work. I want to be clear, because a lot of people that are slinging their programs and they're like, oh yeah, look at all this money I made. It's because they're making that money teaching people how to make money or how to do whatever work that they're promoting. And so I want to say that I haven't done a training. I haven't done a training all year. So all of the income that I have brought in has been from my one-on-one work with my clients. It's been the most profitable year yet. And I just anticipate that continues on. This is the future. This is where we're going. We have a world that needs healing. We have a system that doesn't provide a lot of answers. It provides pills. It is a sick care system, not a wellness system. It deals with symptoms or effects. And what ACH does is it gets to the root. It gets to cause. We want to do everything on the level of cause, because otherwise we're just moving things around. We're rearranging things and it's going to come back. But if we change the cause, then we get a different effect. Basic cause and effect. So we're working on the level of cause. So again, that is $997. I know it's super affordable and there is no catch. You do not have to, it's not an introductory course. It's not designed to give you just a little bit, but you're going to need the next one in order to go any further, and then the next one and the next one. Yes, I will be offering the next level, but you do not need it. ACH is a complete system in and of itself. And then there are other things that I offer at the same price. At the same price. The next one is not $10,000. The next one is $997 as well. But again, ACH is a complete system in and of itself. When we go to the next level, we're turning it on its head. It needs to be separate, because you need to really cultivate this skill first and then add on to that. So so $997, June 23rd to the 24th. with this training. We have a special guest co-facilitator, Jeanette Marie, and I'll be introducing you to her really soon. And ongoing support for life. So when you attend this training, and if you're not able to attend the training live, it is over Zoom, there's a recording, so you can watch the recording so that you can jump in right away. And we do have, we do see that people can pick up these skills and apply it right away. It doesn't take months and months of preparing and studying and practicing. You can jump in right away and start making really good money and helping people with ACH without waiting. Without waiting. You can replay the trainings. You will have master classes. Any future ACH trainings you can come to for free, and you get the same level of support just like you were a new student. You're not auditing. You're there just like the new students, available to ask questions, coming from a new perspective, new level of experience. You'll have new questions. You'll have new things that you want to know. And so you get to deep enriching your knowledge base every time that you come back. So you'll want to make sure that you block off time in your schedule to attend all of the live trainings. But if it doesn't work, again, you're going to get the recordings. And so you're going to have a library of recordings to support you on your journey, and ongoing support through live master classes. And in the Facebook group, we are getting support from your fellow ACH practitioners, because you're all going to be help each other, answer each other's questions. I have a client and this is what's going on. What would you do? And give your feedback about what has worked for you and what hasn't worked for you. So you're helping each other and moving away from this idea that any of them are competitors. You're collaborating to really up-level this world of coaching and hypnosis and healing, and helping each other, and getting the business support as well to help you thrive. And you can bring in as much money as you're willing to put in the work for. It really is possible for you to make a living and thrive as a healer. So I just wanted to put that out there, let you know about that, and more information will be coming soon. Feel free to reach out to me personally, send me a message. If you're wanting more information, we can set up a call, a clarity call, so that we can see where you're at, what you're wanting, and if this is a good fit for where you want to go. All right, enjoy your day. Bye.